What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here with some more Madden 21 news, more updates on the way. We had some news that dropped a little bit yesterday, some news that dropped today, and some other things I want to talk about that are coming in the upcoming update. You know, I like to keep you guys up to date with all of the latest news, kind of going over some of the things that's going on with the game right now. If you remember, on Monday, we dropped a video kind of looking over some of the things that could potentially be in the next update by looking at the feedback forums and what has been submitted to EA. But EA has come out, as they've been doing every week, and kind of giving us, what they're working on, what we should expect to be coming in the next few days or a week from now. As we know, there's tons of issues with this game. So if you always want to be up to date on the latest Madden patches, updates, or even the next gen info, because we're about to get flooded with some next gen stuff, because it's about a month away at this point. So if you don't want to miss any of that, make sure you subscribe, turn the bell icon on so that you never miss any of these important uploads. So few things going on right now with the game. Like, we've gotten a lot of the other issues, the early issues fixed, but there's still a lot more popping up now. The bench press ability kind of being overpowered. A lot of people are mad at the changes that were made to the QB slide, myself included. We've all been complaining about that, so that's something we're going to address. There is an issue that's been going around for under center passing, where a lot of times you snap the ball and it'll immediately throw the ball like to the tight end or whoever that the button is that you snap the ball. That is a bug going around. I actually didn't know this was a thing. I saw a lot of people complaining about it, but I didn't really know it was a thing until I looked at it myself, because I actually have not played under center this year. I've been pretty much all shotgun. Unless I'm running the ball, then I'll just run it under center, but I haven't really passed the ball under center very much, so I didn't even notice this, and this is apparently a big thing going around. Now, EA has not said anything about that particular issue yet. I know that that's really been frustrating for a lot of people. I would think that that's probably coming up with title update 4 or 5. The 4 is the next official title update, so it could potentially be in there, but they do know about the issue. However, they have not come out and said that it's actually on the docket for this next update officially. But I did want to put that out there, that they definitely know about it, and I've seen a lot of comments about that. But what they did come out and say, number one, they are going to be balancing the bench press ability. So this is more for Ultimate Team, because people can, in Ultimate Team, you can put abilities on certain players. I guess for CFM as well, if you can get this on your players, it would be very powerful for CFM leagues too. But in Ultimate Team, where you have the complete freedom to, you can put this on all your cornerbacks. Basically, what the bench press does, if you win the bench press, it fatigues the hell out of the receivers. But it works even on run plays, which is what it's not supposed to do. So let's say you come out, run the ball, and you got, your opponent's got 3 bench press corners, and they're bench pressing your receivers. And then you come out and try to pass the next play. Some of your receivers won't even be in the game, or if they are, they'll be super fatigued, and they won't really be able to run fast or create separation. And with man defense already being pretty good this year, when you can tire them out with bench press, which you're supposed to tire them out on pass plays, but when you can do it on run plays, and when you can tire them out to the level that you're able to, the ability works really well, and it just causes a lot of problems. It winds up having tight ends subbed in at your wide receivers sometimes, or the guys are on the field and they're in the red and they can't really do anything. So 2 things I think here. They did say this is coming soon. So number one, they're going to increase the ability points for it, because that's one of the main reasons it's so powerful, is because it's only 1 ability point, which means 1 ability point is usually for the abilities that aren't the greatest. Or if you have a certain archetype, right, like a receiving running back can get backfield master cheap because he's a receiving running back. That's a benefit of his archetype. But bench press is 1 ability point on literally any defensive back. They're going to be upping this. It'll either be to 2 or 3 ability points, which is a balancing thing, because the better abilities are supposed to cost more ability points. And currently, bench press at 1 ability point is the craziest ability in the game because of how cheap it is, and you can put it on all your DBs and still load up other guys with abilities. So they're going to be increasing the ability points, and I also believe they're going to fix it to where it does not activate on run plays, because it's not supposed to. So that is a fix coming soon. If you're more of an Ultimate Team player, you've been dealing with this more, but I wouldn't be surprised to see this start infecting CFMs too, and until they get it fixed. But that's going to be fixed. The give up mechanic, the QB slide give up, we've been complaining about it all year. The give up mechanic was already bad because of the double tap timing, and they recently changed the QB slide to the same timing, whereas before you could just tap the button 1 time to slide with your QB and it was perfect. And now everybody hates the change because people are diving with their quarterbacks when they're not meaning to dive, which turns into fumbles because Madden is Madden and you can't get hit with your QB and you can't dive. It says here that the gameplay team is reviewing the feedback and options from this, which means they're going to likely make some change to it. If they're smart, they will change it back to the way it used to be. That is how it worked best. But it says they're reviewing and looking at options. So they haven't said specifically, hey, we're just going to change it back. They might change it to something else, which I would be against. They should just change it back, but they're going to likely make a change to it because it was an awful change. Really don't understand how this went through, who thought it was a good idea. I don't know a single person in the community that thinks this was a good idea. So that is going to be changed. That's going to be in the title update 4, which is the next one, which could be a few days from now. It could be a week from now. We don't know the official date. So those are kind of some of the gameplay things. Now, let's talk about certain things in other modes. So for Ultimate Team, there is something going on right now where there's the Derwin versus the World. It happens every Tuesday on Twitch, and you get like tokens by watching the Twitch stream, and you can use this to, acquire, really good players, like 90 overall players for free. Now, it says here that they added that there will be an opportunity to earn, a fantasy pack during the actual finale, which is in February, and this is in case you miss some of the shows, because you want to tune in every week to get your tokens so that you can get these new players. Well, you might not be able to watch every week, so it says here during the finale in February, they're going to have like a fantasy pack if you watch it, so that you can get some of these tokens in case you missed out, because in the end, you're going to be able to get like a 97 overall Derwin James, which will be like the best DB in the game at that point, I'm sure, or one of the best. You'll be able to get him in case you miss some shows along the way. And to go along with this, it says that the players that you're getting right now for this, which is the Jalen Ramsey, the Keenan Allen, the Nick Chubb, they're 90 overall players, which are pretty good. You cannot power them up right now, which sucks. They do not go into the power up path, but if those players get an upgrade, then they're going to go into the power up path. Or if they don't get an upgrade until the finale, at the finale they'll be in the power up path. I would assume all three of these guys will get some type of an upgrade before February. They're all big name players, so I'm pretty sure they will get like a team of the week, or they'll be a part of a promo, and at that point you will be able to power them up. But until then, it kind of sucks that we can't power them up until then, because if you play Ultimate Team, powering up, it's almost necessary now for a lot of players. Also, for the MUT Draft mode, they have updated the player pool. So if you like MUT Draft, or as some people refer to it, Draft Champions, which I still think is a really fun mode. It's kind of like a little bit more laid back. It's not as like, you don't have to spend really like money on it like you do for MUT, to stay competitive. So it's a little bit, it's kind of like a MUT, but in a, I guess a cheaper way. And you kind of not as much of like overpowered teams, right? Well, they updated the player pool. They've added the team of the week players from the last couple of weeks to the player pool. They added legends from the last couple of weekends to the player pool, and they've also added the new 50 players, the promo, the 50, where they're putting in these old school like Madden legends like Reggie Bush, Tyrone Calico, guys like that. They're putting these guys into the game. Those are also added to the MUT Draft pool now. So if you do play, which I like, because in years past they would not update the MUT Draft pool but like twice a year, and that's what made the mode stale, because you'd be a few months into the game and you'd be playing with like all of these outdated players. It seems like now they're like better with updating that draft pool. So for people that like playing that mode, it's a little bit not as boring, I guess you could say. But that's really it for today. That's all of the latest news. I wish I had some more better news, but that's really all we've got for now. The couple gameplay changes I think are good. Again, some of the other things they're looking out for, they haven't spoke on yet, but they should be coming in an update soon. So as soon as we have info, I'm always going to bring it to you guys. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, like it, comment, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I will see you guys next time.